Hello everyone, welcome to a new episode of the Hoeve Noordenwind vlog. I know, it's been a while, life has been a little bit crazy. We went on vacation, which was absolutely lovely, but as we got back, Deja started developing issues during her pregnancy. Then I got COVID. Meanwhile, the guys have been working on the studio apartment non-stop, and somewhere in between we bought a horse. Another one, I know. A lot to talk about. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to split all the content into 3 episodes. The first 2 are gonna be completely horse related, and the third one is going to be about the renovation. Let's get going because we have a lot of ground to cover. So let's start with the good news, and that is that we have sold our apartment in Breda. And this means that we are gonna have a lot more space for investments and to place orders because that money is now available. And one of the things that Arne and I really wanted to do is we want to add a mare to our herd. What I'm looking for in a breeding mare is a bit of a classical type. This is because there are a lot of modern stallions out there that I would love to use because I really like them, but I don't have a mare that fits them. So I'm looking for a mare that's quite different from Hoeve and Deja. Now what we prefer is that the mare is already in foal with a stallion of our taste. That can be a bit of a needle in a haystack. So if we run into a mare like that, we would like to go for it. But what is a must for us is that the mare is healthy, has a good conformation, has a great character. That's probably the most important one, and has a very good dam line. So I was casually scrolling down sporthorses.nl and other horse sale websites, as you do. Horse people can relate to this. We do this. Like car guys, they search for cars on the internet, we search for horses. Anyway, I came across a horse and she's sired by the stallion Jazz. Now, I know what you guys are thinking because I was thinking the same thing. Jazz is both notorious and infamous because his offspring can be somewhat spooky and not the easiest, but he does give very intelligent horses and very athletic horses. It's not without reason that he's one of the most influential stallions of his time. Jazz offspring isn't exactly exclusive, since he was really popular amongst breeders, still is. But this mare caught my eye because of her dam line. Now, she is from the prestigious Reina line, which has brought so many successful horses, including Olympians. One of those Olympians is Johnson, ridden by Hans-Peter Minderhout, and they have been an asset to the Dutch team for many years. And many other really good sport horses from small tour to Grand Prix level. The dam sire is Hurricane. What's interesting about this is why I was drawn to this mare. Hurricane is basically one of the founding fathers of the KWPN. This is the stallion of the generation of change, because after the Second World War, agriculture really changed and the horses weren't necessary for the work anymore. And this is when they started to crossbreed English thoroughbreds with the Dutch workhorse. And this combination is the foundation of the modern sport horse that we have today. And I think it's actually really cool that this mare has one of the cornerstones of the stud book as her direct grandfather. I just think the combination between Jazz and Old Blood is a really good match. So yeah, I'm very excited about this mare. I hope it's as good as it looks on paper, and that's always the question. We've made an appointment and we're gonna visit her and see how it goes. Arne and I went to visit her. We were immediately drawn to her. We found out that her name is Reina, but they call her Day. She is a super sweet mare and she showed steady gaits. Her conformation is also really solid. She's just a well-built horse with good traits, exactly the type of mare that we were looking for, and it's going to be a great match with modern stallions. After a second viewing, we were convinced that we wanted to buy her, but I wanted to have her checked by her veterinarian. She was examined and also had an ultrasound to make sure that her reproduction system was functioning well without any abnormalities. When the veterinarian gave us the green light, we drove her to her new home at Hoeve Noordenwind. I didn't film the arrival because it was a pretty tough day for the former owners, since they was a part of their family for almost 10 years and I didn't want to bother them with a camera. They needed some time to adjust to her new environment, which is totally expected. Remember that she has been with the same group of horses, with the same people, at the same stables for a very long period of time, and now all of a sudden everything has changed. We've split the paddock in half and are keeping her and the other mares separated for a little while, just for their own safety, so that they can get used to each other in a controlled environment. Especially Deja has quite the attitude towards her new neighbor. She is kind of the queen of the stables after all. She's not allowed near Eve, Deja. Especially during the storms we've had in January and February, she was nervous. The old barn does sound like it's gonna lose the roof at any moment during those heavy winds, and honestly it makes me a bit nervous as well. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Come on there. I could tell that it was a little bit overwhelming for Day, but it's okay. She will get the time she needs to get used to her forever home, and honestly, she's already much more relaxed now. Oh, look at these two. You make a friend. Yeah. I am very excited to see what the future holds, and I hope you can welcome a lot of beautiful foals in the coming years. Everybody, meet Day. This is our new breeding mare.
know the wind that I stir is a gale. So let us just do my love and not stop thinking of this over. Let's just do my love and see where it goes. So let us just do my love and not stop thinking of this over. Let's just do my love and see where this road will take us now.
Morning, everyone. Sadly, I do not have the best of news. Our breeding mare Deja, she is pregnant, and it all went pretty well until recently. She already started developing her udder. She usually doesn't develop an udder until like 2 weeks before the birth, and well, she started on the milk bar 2 months before she was due. That was pretty worrying. I didn't trust it, so called the vet, and we did quite a few examinations on her. We couldn't really find anything that indicates that she has an infection. Her blood work came back decent, and when we did an ultrasound, we couldn't find any inflammation or abnormalities, but her leg also swelled up, so we still treat it as a bad infection. So right now she's on quite some medicines. She's on Regamate, which is a hormone that kind of stops or at least slows down the process of the mare getting ready for birth. She's on antibiotics and she's on anti-inflammatories. Right now that's all we can do. So we are counting days and not sleeping a whole lot. It's pretty stressful. Today we are on 287 days. A mare is basically in the clear when she has passed the 320s. So we're nowhere near that. What it comes down to is that when this foal is born before the 300 days mark, it has no chance. After 300 days, it's still tricky, but maybe then we have a shot. We caught it early. I'm really thankful that I got a great vet. So yeah, now we just have to wait and see, and I can tell you the days are just crawling by. Time goes so slow when you want it to go fast. It sucks, but we have to hope that nature takes care of it in the right way and that we will have a healthy foal in a month and a half or 2, but not sooner. So yeah, it's tough, but this is also part of breeding. Now, what makes it even more difficult is that we already lost a foal of Deja 3 years ago. That was born on 304 days. Seemed healthy. It was a premature foal for sure, but he was lively. He drank by himself really well, but after a month he started developing issues with his joints, and eventually we had to put him down, which was absolutely heartbreaking. I don't want to go through that again. I don't want to put Deja through that again. His name was Hoeve. He was a cheeky little fella, a beautiful boy, but yeah, it was just not meant to be. We learned a lot when we lost him, and I'm doing everything I can to prevent something like that from happening again. So there are a few things that we did to make sure that we can keep a close eye on Deja. One of them is that we installed a camera. and this is connected to the Wi-Fi that we now have in the stable, and I can watch her from my phone. So I can watch her from inside the house, or even, you know, when I'm in bed at night and I can't sleep, I can at least check, and I don't have to go to the stable to make sure that she's okay. I don't have to disturb her. Yes. I'm sorry. 5 minutes late. The audacity. Deja's favorite. He's trying to ignore me now. I'm sorry, hon, but I have to do this to you. I think you got most of it in. Good morning, everyone. Not feeling so fresh, but yeah, the farm goes on. I don't really have time to slow down that much. Thankfully, Arne helps me out a little bit in the evening, so I don't have to do all the work. Back up a little bit. So today we are on 300 days, which is a little bit of a milestone. We're not really safe by any means, but the foal at least is now viable. So I just really hope that the little one stays in a little bit longer. Time will tell. We'll just continue her treatment and make sure that she's comfortable and that she's feeling all right and is eating and is healthy and is happy. Hopefully it won't come out anytime soon. So as you can see, this little device here that gives a green light every once in a while. It's supposed to anyway. There it is. This is a birth alarm. So what it does, whenever she goes to lay down completely flat, which is what happens when a mare starts to push, there's a little SIM card in here and it calls my phone. So when this happens during the night, I will actually be alarmed and will be on time for the birth. Yes. The only downside of it is that Deja sleeps flat. So I get a call like 3 times a night, but then I just check the camera, and when I see that she's sleeping, then I can go back to sleep.